My idea was to do like a Dickens something, and I was going to be Tiny Tim, but apparently that didn't work out. Not as funny as I thought it was going to be. Man, I love Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. It blows my mind as I stand and as we gather today to worship the King. Can I just tell you what blows my mind? 19 months ago, we gathered here, my wife and I, for the first time, including my family and some other friends that we brought. There were 16 of us, one of which sang terribly off-key. And they were the worship leader. He's not here today, so I can say that. But he affirms it, too. Chris. Yes, everyone. That was here, Chris. Listen, I am so excited. I just wanted to say another thank you for all those that put in so much effort to that music. Fantastic. Really makes me feel like we're a part of something, and I appreciate it. I love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. I am just excited. And thank you to those that came over to our house to help us get in the Christmas spirit and hang stuff, because usually we decorate everything. We have like 12 Christmas trees. That's counting the ones over 4 feet tall. We only had enough help to set up about 5 or 6 of them. So, but it still looks nice. You guys are like, he's joking. No. I'm not joking. All right? We go crazy for Christmas, and all of the, anyone remember tinsel? Yeah. Okay, I miss tinsel, all right? And anyone who ever vacuumed it up said no. All right, but listen, I miss it still. And we go all out for Christmas. But can I just tell you, when I first became a Christian, I was like 20 years old. I was 20 years old at my first Christian Christmas. And it wasn't such a fun Christmas for anyone else. Because my parents had a Christmas tree. We have a Christmas tree farm. My family lives on a Christmas tree farm, and so we have a tree. And I was like, that pagan God. You cut down a tree for whatever reason, and you put it in our home. So I went and I put it off a big sign, and it read, "Jesus is the reason for the season." And I took off the star of the tree and I hung this above it. And then, like, everyone's opening their stockings and presents. I'm talking aunts and uncles and cousins, and none of these are in church, and so I'm going to let them have it. And I wouldn't associate. I was sitting over on the stairs with my Bible. I'm doing that. They're like, "Jason, why don't you come over and join us? You know, you're the Christian." Nah. I'm doing my devotions. 'Tis the season. He brings us good tidings of great joy. Oh my goodness. So I've repented, and now we decorate everything. Look, I have no middle gear, all right? It's one way or the other for me. Thank you. So, anyway, I want you to turn to a story, though, that is a Christmas story. We've read passages from it. What a fantastic thing. We're not going to spend a long time there, but it's my favorite part of the Christmas story. It really is. And every year, and it's what a cool thing. I married up, okay? Can I be honest? I married up. I married into an awesome family. And they celebrate Christmas with presents and all that, but they also like Jesus. And that's fantastic. And my family's growing. We're all growing. But they read the Christmas story at Christmas. That just was cool. And you know, as we're setting new traditions for our life, it was so cool for me. The other night, we were finalizing, some of you brought in presents for 2 different families in the St. Louis area. We set them under this tree, and Richie and Hannah went and dropped them off downtown, and we made somebody's Christmas, New Life. We made 2 different families' Christmas that were not able to have Christmas themselves. Give yourself a pat on the back, all right? Yeah, and clap. Yes, well done. All clap for all of us. And we were finalizing, there was a few things left. We were wrapping Christmas presents for that family. And my son was right there helping, and I went to tuck him in. He's only 3. And we say a prayer every night, and we went to pray. And he wanted to pray that those presents would make those kids happy. And it dawned on me that at 32 years old, this was my first memories of giving to the poor at Christmas. And how cool it is that my son's first memories are at 3. Isn't that awesome? And so I just think that's so cool. Way to go me. Way to go Jesus, too. All right. Now, what I'm saying is we have a chance to, I think, embrace the holiday season and do some cool things. But I don't just want to make it just about presents. I don't want it just about tinsel. I don't want it to be just about the decor. I want it to be about Jesus. Anybody else? Not just 1 week a year, not just 1 day a year, but just our lives. What if our lives were, our lives get busy too, don't they? Anyway, this passage here just blows me away every time I'm reading through it. And there's one specific line, and we'll get there in a second. But like the video said, and thank you for those that helped with that, regular people doing their job. And all of a sudden, God breaks on the scene. We're talking about the shepherds out in the field that night that Jesus was born, on that first Christmas. The regular people doing their regular job, and God breaks on the scene. You know what I think? I think God wants to break on our scene. What if this was the time? You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're there. We're all ordinary people. What if God wanted to break onto the scene in our life and include us in something so radical, something so special, something so phenomenal? Do you believe that He can? Yep. Do you believe that He will? So I think the shepherds, what made it even special, they were waiting for something like this. Now maybe it happened in a little bit more overwhelming way than even they expected, but Mary's at the, giving birth, and in Luke chapter 2, and I have the passages up on the screen here, verse 8. I'm just going to read this, and I'll stop along the way, but it says, that night, there were some shepherds staying in the fields nearby, guarding their flocks of sheep. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared among them, and the radiance of the Lord's glory surrounded them. This is cool stuff. This is like Moses on the Mount, the Lord's glory. I mean, this is some heavy-duty stuff. This is an experience. This isn't just a religion. This is like, whoa! Okay, I'm the only one impressed. All right. Like Moses is like, hey, if you ever read the story from Exodus, Moses is like, listen, I've heard about your promises. Sounds good. I've heard about your goodness. Sounds great. I've heard about the things you can do, but I want to see it for myself. Even if I have to sacrifice all of your promises. I don't want to just have your promises. I want to experience you, God. And He says, okay, I'll let all my glory pass before you. Moses was never the same. I don't think these shepherds were ever the same. And this morning, I believe that for us, that we're about to enter into a season where the glory of God would pass by and rest upon us, that we might never be the same. Are you ready for us never to be the same? 3 of us. This is going to be great. Listen, you don't have to shout or anything. Be dignified. I will be even more